Peace be upon you, citizens of planet Earth. Shams Nelson here from Fantastic Anatomy, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the tips and tricks that I learned when I was studying how to draw the back. So to start off with, I'm gonna just draw the back a little bit, or I'm gonna make a quick sketch of the back while I'm talking to you about it. And then after that, I'm gonna show some pictures of like bodybuilders and stuff, so we can see how the back, how it looks in real life. And then I'm going to show you my 5-step patented fantastic method for drawing the back. It's just a simplified way of drawing the back. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm putting in the rib cage, which doesn't have the V since it's from the back view. And then this is going to be the center line. We've got the trapezius coming up like that, basically. And it's got this diamond shape here, which is really important, where apparently the 7th vertebrae is around here. And if you want to hear all the fancy methods, like the sternocleidomastoid clitomastus bronchitis is inserts into the medial frame, I don't know that stuff. I'm just trying to get a basic idea of how the back looks and works. And so I think that'll be more helpful because there are plenty of great videos with that fancy terminology and all of the stuff you need to know. But it seems like there aren't too many videos on how to draw the back that simplify it more, simplify the process. So there are these two scapulae, scapulae, and I like the idea of like having them feel like one form when you draw them. So like continue that line implied, but they will be buried behind a lot of the other forms. So they're underneath, and it attaches here to the arm kind of thing. But it actually comes up here. But I don't want to get into that because I don't think it's that helpful. But basically I put that there, and then the shoulders, I like to make this kind of triangle shape. Oops. But actually this should be on top. Okay. Alright. And then that plugs into the head like that. Get some ears, alright. So then the first form, the main form, is this trapezius. Comes down here. I'm not going to worry about making it symmetrical and stuff. Not important for explaining this concept. And see how it tucks over the corner of the scapula here? That's important. It comes down. And the next important thing is the scapula, obviously. And that has these two muscles, which I haven't really figured out, but they basically look like two round muscles here. And you'll see them on these other guys when I show the things. But I haven't really figured out like how those work that much. In this picture, it's showing them like this. Anyways, I shouldn't talk about it. But I don't think those are the most important muscles. That's like, I'm going to leave that for a more advanced anatomy course I'll give myself and once I've gotten the basics down. The next thing that's super important is the lats, and the lats actually connect like up here in the front, and then they swoop around like a pterodactyl, come down here, and then dip into this area and end in this little triangle, which is going to be like the little top of the buttocks. And the lats have like two places where they kind of puff out, here and here, it seems. And you'll see like this is not muscle, so that's usually like it won't puff out as because it's not muscle. Okay, and then just to put something here, do that. All right, the deltoids really kind of swoop in like this and then connect to the bone there. And then you've got the lats around here. But yeah, this is about the back. Okay, so the lats tuck the latissimus dorsi, tucks in back behind there. And then the other important thing is, like, so here are the glutes. So the glutes come up like this and come down. This is a great way to draw. And then behind it, you're going to see the obliques. So this is in front, and the glutes are in front. Come down like this, and then remember this is the spine, and I think it gets deepest here, here. Here the muscles, you see they're kind of like touching up against each other if you're really buff, or if you're pulling your shoulder blades back. Otherwise, there's probably more of a little gap like that. But and then here there's like no muscle, and you'll see that this actually can get much bigger than that. And then this kind of wraps around like that. Okay, and I won't go into the glutes. So basically, just to give you an idea, it comes down like that, something like that. All right. So let's go and check out some of these bodybuilder guys. Okay. All right, let's look at these two fellas. So I'm just gonna point out some of the landmarks that I brought up. Let's start with this guy. It's interesting. You can see the big kind of diamond shape that I was talking about right here, and here are some little vertebrae. And it's interesting when you look at these things in real life. You can see that they're not perfect. Like this isn't perfectly symmetrical to that. I mean, it could have to do with his arms, the position they're in, but they're not cookie cutter like fit into how you'd like them to fit. So it seems like the human body's got a lot of variety within itself. But if you know what to look for, then you can see like, oh, okay. So see, I knew what to look for, this little dip, and now I can see that. See how it like overlaps like that, and that's almost like a little pit inside there. And this, the trapezius has three parts. One is here, one is this bottom part, and then there's the top cords that attach it to the neck. Okay. I like using this color right here so you can really point it out. So here, look at the lats come down like that. These are crazy. The differentiation from muscle to muscle. And this is another thing you'll see in really buff people, that where the trapezius and the lats meet, there's this kind of shape going on, and you can see it here a little bit. See that? Okay, and then the lats come in here. Oh, and this is great. This guy's got like a great anatomy for showing these concepts. So here's his glute. And you see that it's, well, I'm not going to talk about that. I have another, the pelvis, I shall study soon and make a video about that. And then this is, I guess those cords on his back are huge or something, I don't know. But basically it's like what you're seeing here. These huge thick things are this, on this guy. And like this guy's like, oh well, anyways, so just to illustrate the variety, the amount of variety you can get. And then here we got the obliques, they're further back. So they're actually in the front of the form and you're seeing them. So this is in front, this is in front. Actually these two, this, and this is the most in front. Then we got these, like cords to the back or whatever, and then the obliques are furthest back. See here are these two muscles that I was talking about. This is how I like to draw when I'm like simplifying it, is to like make this, and then right where this point comes in, that's where these two bumps are. But I haven't really practiced that too much or implemented. I really should figure out where they insert next and all that stuff and how they pull, etc., etc. Oh my gosh, don't people know not to text me while I'm making a video? Alright, silly humans. Alright, cool. So you can see the lats really spreading out here because he's pulling his shoulders out. He's pulling his, I guess that's why they made silent. Ooh, it's hard for me to explain what that motion is. I know there's words for it, medial or whatever. But anyways, when you fan out your lats, they come out and make this really big, look at this, how his back's just a really nice big diamond shape, triangle shape with this thing sticking out. This guy's also got a similar thing going on. You know, with this thing sticking out, he's just thicker back here. Alright, cool. Let's see what else we got going on. So, here's some extreme backs. Let's get rid of this. Alright, this guy. Look at how round. I've noticed when the back gets extremely, like, buff, basically, it gets this oval shape, kind of like that. And here's another example of that. Right here. Same thing. He's got this giant oval shape. And boom, with just a trunk sticking out of it. And I talk about this in my character design of Wolverine video. how it seems to be. That's just the shape of a strong back. Stronger back is, the more towards a shape it's going to lean. And oh, another thing that I thought was interesting about this is look how initially we have these. We should have a trapezius muscle here, and then the lats and everything. Look how the trapezius and this muscle here, which I think is part of the lats, they've kind of fused into one entity. And this seems to be, you can see the difference, but on this other one, that is gone. So that seems to happen. I've been looking at references, and with some backs, it's strong, like well-developed back muscles here. These just seem to fuse together for some reason. So that's why I'm saying the back's a tricky thing. But this will be a good intro to give you an idea of all the different parts, and then you can look into them more deeply on your own and as you draw and stuff. Here I want to talk about the lats a little bit. Now look at this. This is great. Right here, you see that? How it's tucking in there? That shows the lats coming in. Like it's going to probably come out, wrap around here or something. And then you can see it's coming in like that. Okay? And it's really connected like that. And then here again, boom. You can see it tuck in here, and it's going to connect somewhere from the front, and there's two little chunks, one chunk here and then the other chunk comes down like that. Okay, so I'll give you a second to look at that, especially paying attention to how it comes in, tucking very neatly in there. And this is also an interesting landmark right here, so you can see how this is getting pulled that way, that's pulled that way, and then it's meeting and making this deep crevice. And then here is his triangle shape. It's a different, you can see how these people, how each person's body has a different flavor, has a different variety of that muscle. It's the same basic muscle. See, this guy, he seems like his lats are big up top. He's got big lats up here, and then down here they're not so strong. It's not like he's like puffed out, like he could be like that, where it's like this is almost hanging over the side, the obliques and stuff like that. But you can still tell he's super strong. It's just that I guess his tendency, or the way he's practiced his muscles, is that he has I don't know, they're more developed up here than down there. So that's another way of like representing him back. I mean, look at this. This is like, all right, something like that. And then here it's the gluteus, and he's got like, it's very close. The back and the gluteus come pretty close, and then here's just a little, you can barely see some of the obliques from the front. All right, so I think that's all the pictures I have. So I'll just go and show you my patented 5-step method, like I said I would. And basically what I've done is just broken down the shapes like as simply as possible, so that I can lay stuff in quickly. So basically, like, I like to start with the number one is this trapezius. It's kind of pretty much like, and it's almost like I just kind of memorized the shape after drawing it. I draw like things 20 times. I'll draw this model 20 times, or this the structure of the back 20 times, and by then you pretty much like figure out these basic shapes, especially if you do that a few times. So this is a trapezius, and then with this little thing, that's going to be step one. Alright, then I like to add this shoulder muscles. It helps define like how wide the whole body back's gonna be, and then so that's 2. We got these shoulders. Let's see, 3 here. I'm gonna have the lats swoop down like a pterodactyl. And I'm not gonna worry about like making it anything right now. I'm just demonstrating this method. So these lats are 3, and then number 4. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna switch 4 and 5 because I think this makes more sense. So let's say the glutes coming off here. See how they come off there? And this you can make a triangle if you want. Optional. the glutes. So since you don't have to, I'm gonna cover the pelvis in another video. I haven't studied it yet, but you could just do that if you want to. And then finally, that's number 4. And boom, these obliques that you're seeing from the front. And they actually don't connect there, they connect a little past there, which gives this really cool, I love this little shape right here. I don't know why, it's cool. See, it's like a little dip in there. It's nice because it makes it like you can tell that it's wrapping around a little more or something like that. And that's number 5. So that's it. 1, trapezius. 2, deltoids. And then if you want to connect these right here, actually this should probably be moved down. That's when you make adjustments. 2, deltoids. 3, the latissimus dorsi, swooping in like a pterodactyl. Number 4, the gluteus. And number 5, those obliques that are way in the front, poking out, saying hello. So that's it. God bless and stay fantastic, everyone.